Hey guys, welcome to Starting on Instagram with a Solid Foundation Challenge. I can't tell you how pumped I am to see you here, and I hope that you are excited on your end too. Okay, I had this one thing in my mind that I want to get past it before we start into this challenge, okay? And that is the name of this challenge. The name of this challenge might seem like it is only for starters on Instagram, but the steps defined in this challenge are can be followed by anyone at any stage on Instagram. Okay, so if you think like your followers are not interested in your content anymore, or maybe you're gaining new followers but they don't seem to be engaging with your content, then this, my friend, is a sign that you are actually attracting wrong followers. And this is what we are going to talk about in this challenge: how to know that you are attracting wrong followers. If you're attracting wrong followers, how to attract the right followers in a way that they are actually interested in your content and crave for your content to come out. Okay, at the end, we are going to create a content strategy on Instagram that will take your follower from one stage to another stage that is much closer to your business goals. Okay, I am excited for this, and I know that you are excited on your end too. Okay, before any further ado, let's get started with the challenge. So today we are going to talk about the deadly Instagram mistakes I see so many people making on Instagram. But first I want to talk about myself, because many of you might be thinking, who is this lady teaching us about this, right? I am Vidhi, and I help bloggers and solopreneurs build their authoritative online presence using solid Instagram strategies. And it might surprise you to know that I am an antisocial and don't use my personal profile that much. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I wasn't interested in Instagram either. But one day, these pretty pictures on Instagram challenged me to start promoting my blog there. And since I love creativity, I wanted to make my profile as creative as possible and as beautiful as possible. So I hopped in and tried to make it more and more attractive. Long story short, I tried and tested hundreds of Instagram strategies along this journey to figure out what works and what doesn't. And you know what? Now I know exactly what one should be doing on Instagram to build a community of raving fans. And I'm going to talk all about that in this challenge. You ready? Let's dive in. The deadly Instagram mistakes people make on Instagram. Number one, chasing the number of followers. I see so many people getting trapped into this deadly mistake. I get emails and DMs asking how to increase followers on Instagram. And even the most frequently searched term about Instagram is this: how to increase followers on Instagram. This gets so bad that people start chasing it at any cost, even if they are wrong followers and even if they will never do business with you. And this is a waste of time, and here's why. The wrong followers won't be interested in your content. They will never engage with your content. Instagram algorithm will mark you as never engaging with your content, resulting you getting out of their news feeds forever. Hence, your engagement will drop, affecting your Instagram account negatively. So, what's the solution? The solution is to chase the engagement rate rather than chasing the number of followers. Engagement is basically the number of likes, comments, saves, and shares on your posts. Instagram algorithm has changed way back to give more attention to the engagement rate of your account rather than the number of followers on your account. And this is what you should do too. Start focusing on the engagement rate rather than the number of followers. Engagement implies that these people are actually interested in your content and will at some point of time do business with you. At the end, the thing that matters is whether you are able to get revenue out of your business. You're marketing a business on Instagram. Your blog is a business, right? If you can't make money out of your efforts on Instagram, your Instagram account is just a waste of time, isn't it? Okay, second Instagram mistake people make on Instagram: posting randomly without a strategy. A smart blogger never creates content that does nothing for him or her. Every piece of content should move you towards fulfilling your business goals. Don't create content just for the sake of posting. Your content should serve its purpose. If it doesn't, you are going to be getting into this social media vortex where people get stuck into posting and posting and posting forever and never getting results. So, what's the solution? You develop a content strategy wherein each and every content moves your followers one step ahead towards your business goals. We'll talk about this in much detail on day 3, where we'll create a content strategy that fulfills your business goals as a startup. Okay, deadly Instagram mistake number 3: promotion, promotion, and promotion. Many bloggers make this mistake of keep promoting their products and blog posts on Instagram and then thinking why they are unable to get readers and customers. I used to do this when I first started on Instagram. My each and every post was a promotion of my blog posts, and this was a huge mistake for me, and I learned from it the hard way. Social media is called social media because you are supposed to be social there. You can't just go to a stranger and say, "Hello, I have this amazing product, please buy it." Can you? Now, at this point, you might be thinking bigger brands promote their products all the time and their feeds are completely filled with promotions of their products. Let me tell you this, my friend. People buy from those brands because they know and trust them. And that is why just promoting the products works for the bigger brands, because they have already built that trust factor. And you, on the other hand, are yet to build that trust factor, isn't it? So, what's the solution? Here's what you need to know. Your potential customers must go through these following stages before buying anything from you. First, they are interested in your account, then they follow you, then they engage with your content, then they deeply engage with your content on Instagram, and then they buy with you. You see, buying is not the first step here, and that is why promoting shouldn't be your first step either. The first thing you need to do is to make your audience interested in your content. But the question is, how do you make your audience interested in your content? By providing the thing that they crave for, by providing them value. Nothing's free, not even on social media. You give and you take. You provide value, they like it and they consume it. You build that trust factor, then you provide your offer and then they buy it. Buying is not the first step, you see. I cannot stress this enough. Don't just go over to Instagram and start promoting your products, not even your blog posts, even if it's free. The value you're providing should be right there in front of them to attract them to your account. Okay? But how do you know what will attract them to your account? This brings us to the biggest mistake people make on Instagram, and that is not knowing your audience. This is a big one, guys. Many of us want business from Instagram, but we don't even know who are we attracting for our businesses. Knowing who they are gives you the advantage of knowing what sort of content to post so that they find it interesting. When you are not getting engagement on your posts, it might mean two things. You've been inconsistent for too long, or you have attracted the wrong audience to your account. You see how wrong audience can drop your engagement? When you're trying to appeal to everybody, you're actually appealing to nobody. So what's the solution? You need to know about your audience inside out. If you don't, you'll just be posting content that will never relate to your audience, and hence you will again start attracting the wrong audience to your account. You see how this circle keeps you from moving ahead? First, you don't know your audience. Hence, you create wrong content. Then that content attracts the wrong audience. They don't find your content interesting, hence they don't engage with your content. Instagram algorithm gets you out of their news feeds, resulting in drop of your engagement rate. At this point, you think you need more followers for better engagement. So, you start chasing the number of followers and you adopt wrong strategies for gaining more followers, resulting in creating wrong content again. And it goes on. The pink blocks here are the deadly mistakes we just talked about, and the purple blocks are the background activities that lead us to the same circle over and over again and to lower engagement on Instagram. Notice that the starting point is not knowing your audience. This is a major mistake and should be get done with before you open an account on Instagram. We'll talk about that tomorrow. So, we talked about a lot of stuff today, right? Let's quickly wrap up with a recap of what we learned. The first deadly mistake that we talked about is to chase the number of followers blindly without even thinking if those followers are gonna do business with you. Next Instagram mistake we talked about is posting randomly without a strategy. Think about how this picture is gonna contribute to fulfilling your business goals. If you don't find an answer, it's probably best not to post it. The next mistake we went through is promoting stuffs heavily. This is a huge mistake because people who don't know you or don't trust you as a brand are gonna get annoyed to view your promotions every day. Think about why anyone would follow you. Does your promotions make them follow you? I don't think so. You need to provide valuable content to attract your audience towards your account. And the last mistake that we talked about is not knowing your audience. The biggest disadvantage of this mistake is that you won't know how to attract that audience towards your account. And this major mistake keeps you moving inside the vicious circle of Instagram that we just talked about. And this is what we are going to talk about tomorrow in our lessons. How not to fall into this vicious circle of Instagram. So, I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye bye.